Alright, we're going to put this down for this part. And we are going to bless this part and bless all those and offer all our sympathies up front for those who, for all that hurt. Coincidence. Perhaps it is just coincidence. And it's better for us to believe that than to believe the other way it could be interpreted. So we'll just go with coincidence right now. Alright. When Mr. Vain was coming up with the concept for the scariest song ever made, of course they were trying to figure out what they were going to call it. And actually, before the song was even completely written at all, Mr. Vain had the idea. He said he wanted to go along with a certain theme that is often found in like horror movies. And that's the idea: if you watch a certain horror movie, you yourself can be affected by it as the audience. You can hear this in like The Ring. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, but I know there's others. So the whole thing, a part of the idea was to be, not only was in the song Sly's Wicked being possessed by Mr. Vane's evil spirit thing, whatever, guy getting possessed by a demon. It was going to be subtly hinted at that if you listen to the song, you yourself could get possessed by an evil spirit. Right? A malevolent spirit. Okay? It was just going to be, the idea was a joke. Okay? It was supposed to be, basically in jest, kind of poking at the idea that it was so popular during those times. Of, if you watch this movie, you will get a phone call, things like that. Whatever. And that's why it was going to be called the scariest song ever made. Just to get that idea to people. This scariest song, whatever. Okay, so they make the song and everything and go through now. Now, this was in 2007, as we said, that the song was made. Early, like January, February-ish. It was shortly thereafter that J-Dub had begun. J-Dub had joined up with the group. And back then, the social media platform of choice for everyone was MySpace. And MySpace offered a special kind of page called Bandspace. Maniacal Styles got a Bandspace site for themselves to start promoting their songs, their music, their band. One of the first songs to be uploaded onto the band's page was Scariest Song Ever Made. The song was only up for actually 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And, well, the band pages, they had a limited amount of space in which you could put songs on. There's a limited amount of songs you could post onto your page. So, if you wanted new songs, you had to get rid of older songs. That's why the song was only on for 2 weeks. They wanted to take it down so they could promote songs of all three of them, that all three were doing, so that they could show the band is, the... So all three band members could get exposure and be known. So that's why Scariest Song was taken down so soon after being put up. 2 weeks. That was it. That was all it was. And it was taken down. Now, as we said before, We have no intention of... This is all for FYI reasons. Just how strange it is, how coincident things can get in horrific ways. Exactly 1 week after the song was taken down, one of the darkest days in United States history would occur. April 16th, 2007. And I do apologize again and to all that were directly affected on that day. And for those who are still unsure of where we're getting at, was the shootings at Virginia Tech University in Virginia, where a lone gunman randomly opened fire on unsuspecting fellow students and staff at the university. Now, how is this connected to Scariest Song ever made, other than it being 1 week later? The very last verse of the song is done by mostly Sly's Wicked, with a little bit of Vain. It's the last verse shows the demon finally completely taking over the victim, and then Sly's Wicked just does a song thing where he's, now possessed and going out and doing terrible things. The very last line that Sly's Wicked speaks, which is incidentally crossed over and kind of blended into the last chorus of the song. Sly's Wicked says, 33 souls possessed and ain't never been caught. Yes, for those who do not know, the Virginia Tech shootings, the shooter took the lives of 32 innocent persons, and then turned the gun upon himself. 33 souls, and never caught. Because you can't catch a dead man. I assure you, his soul didn't escape. His soul did not escape. The sub-physical realm. No. Yes, there are places where the malevolent are dealt with. It's unfortunate that a place has to exist, but if it did not, the malevolent would overrun existence. And the malevolent likes to run amok. That's it. That's all we're going to tell you about this. And once again, our sympathies for all that were directly affected by this. Don't be afraid of the song, because, well, fortunately, that was the only known incident to have any kind of resemblance to the song in any kind of strange way. But, as we said, it was probably more likely just a coincidence. Hey, the malevolent likes to make it look like it wasn't their fault. It's part of the malevolent thing. They're really friendly with deception. Deception can be a friendly being, especially when she wants something. And we do apologize for the reference of deception being female. It's just how it was in the drawing, and that was just a comic. It was a imagination type thing. We do not actually believe that deception is either any gender. It's an abstract, non-gender. But just in the stories, for the story's sakes, it's easier to say her or he or than it, because it gets confusing. So we just like the personification of deception. And besides, come on, girls. No one's as tricky as you. And please don't be a minion.